Thank you very much. Real quick, I have also assisting me Coach Andy Adler from Indiana University, now with Lehigh Valley United as well, and doing a great job in the club. Before we get started, just to give a little bit more information and background on the age range, it's really a crossover of Zone 1. So we have 1U9, Sam, just step forward. Sammy's a U9, 2 U10s, Seba, Shay. So they're with our U10 groups. You guys can step back in. So that's a U9, U10s, U11s step out. So we've got U11s in there as well, back in, and then the rest of the boys, 12s and 13s. So the idea is to look at what's being covered, not as specific to a particular age group, but can really be a dynamic force in development, especially in Zone 1. We're finding a lot of good trends, and it's paying a lot of dividends. So another core belief is putting some of the older ones in the windshield and in the faces of the younger ones. It's inspirational. It's really helping our development by integrating age groups. And Coach Andy will step in and he'll give some of our oldest here a look as well, as he's coaching and playing and incorporating. Boys, back into those groups of 5, into the 3 rondos. So the session focus is on the game called Rondo. Barcelona's made that sort of en vogue, and you know, the way they play it, really tight, really quick. And essentially, a defender or defenders in the middle and attackers around the outside is the loose definition of the exercise. So someone in the middle trying to win the ball from players around the outside. That's how we'll define that. Many of us are familiar with that as a warm-up game, pre-training, pre-game, halftime, whatever the case might be. I think it's logical to say, and we know that as far as control of the ball, passing and receiving, those things you can find in here, and we know that. But how can we take something like this game, and progress it into further parts of a training session that are much more transferable to actual soccer match? So as we progress here, we'll add defenders, you know, to get up to even ratios. Right now the ratio is 5-to-1. That gives us success and repetitions in the passing and the control. We'll add defenders. We'll also add layers of difficulty. Doing this on the move, doing it with direction, and doing it with various rules and conditions that bring out different pieces of development. Development broken down and we'll use US Soccer's curriculum to define that. Tactical, technical, physical, and psychosocial. So how can we find those 4 things and bring those out at certain times and in certain ways by using this game, Rondo? It's common to see these guys, as soon as there's 4, that's our critical mass. A 3v1 is the smallest amount of players that we use, a triangle plus the defender. They know they put themselves into this leading up to the training session. It's fun, it's a game. They're getting the repetitions and passing and control. We can tweak and we can condition this to find different kinds of things. So if we wanted them to play on the move and add a bit more physicality to it, we add a condition and a rule. Guys, you must follow your pass. You must follow your pass. So they'll pass the ball, they'll go and take the position of the man that they pass to. We're adding movement. I don't have to go in and say, you should have run there. You should have moved here. The game, just in that condition, is bringing that out. And that's really the essence of what it's all about. The younger ones do well. And my expectation of our 12s and 13s is to guide and to help. And the 12s and 13s know that back in their environment, our 13s, 14s, and 15s will turn around and they'll get in with them and push them along. Another concept for physicality, if we're looking at that part of development, and stop. When you pass the ball, get down, chest to ground, and then get back up as fast as you can. Go ahead. So a different condition. We know lots of conditions. I know many coaches have different ways of playing this, different rules that they can use. This obviously adds a bit of physicality. Again, we would check the physical box in the four criteria of the breakdown of a training session. But it's also adding, you know, there's crossover, a tactical level. So when one player is down on the ground, there's a hole. The man with the ball has an option to his right, but maybe not to his left. So how does the triangle then shift? They'll figure that out. And if they don't shift, it will break down and someone will have to go into the middle. And stop. Next rule is no fewer than 3 touches. So, Shay, you have to take 3 touches. You can't take 1, you can't take 2, you can take 3, 4, 5, 6, but you can't take fewer than 3. Go ahead. Josh, let me borrow you. Austin, let me borrow you. Grab that ball, boys. And what I want you, Josh, to do is stand by that yellow cone, face Austin, who's standing here, and pass back and forth. So behind me, this condition in the game is technical. It's promoting dribbling, turning, shielding, a little bit of creativity by saying you can't pass the ball with 1 or 2 touches. You got to deal with this defender being right on top of you. Why I pulled this out is this is drilling, control, passing, receiving right here. Now the problem is, although they're getting the repetitions, are they mature enough, disciplined enough, focused enough to do this the right way? So there's no repercussions. If they're going through the motions, if they're casual, if the pass doesn't get there, there's no penalty. See, here there's a penalty. They've got to go in the middle. Here there's not. So just by creating a game, you're putting in a bit more focus, you're putting in a bit more serious, deliberate practice, and it's more fun. It's a game. I don't define a game necessarily as 11 versus 11, 8v8, 5v5. This is a game. There are rules. There's something they're trying to accomplish. There are teams, right? One defender and an attacking group, but nonetheless, it's a game. This is not. This, however, is important. They need to take accountability for this. So they're on their toes. They're up in the air, on their feet. If I wanted them to, Austin, grab the ball as well. If I wanted them to get what they're getting out of this, I would say using the Corver method, inside, outside, inside, outside. But again, if they're not doing it at game pace, it won't transfer here. They won't get away from this defender. So when they're at home practicing their control, their passing, their footwork, how are they training it? And those hours at home are crucial to clock the amount of hours that you need to be world class, or at least masterful. So that's important. So here's sort of what it looks like on your own, what we might do at the beginning of training sessions where they're isolated and we're isolating the technique. My recommendation is, once they understand the technique, put it in a game and let it become a skill. Let there be consequence. Go ahead back into your games, guys. This time, 1 touch. 1 touch only. Speed of play will raise, so it's technical, right? It's a 1-touch pass. But now, the teammates, the guys supporting the ball, everything's just done faster. So we're raising it in multiple ways. Physicality raising, psychologically, mentally, it's raising just by this rule and this condition. A good example of adding some more mental challenge, another layer. What I try to gauge is, as soon as it looks like they're going through the motions, as soon as it looks like they're in their comfort zone and they're getting casual, put in another rule, change it, tweak it a little bit. Guys, 1 touch, 2 touch, 1 touch, 2 touch pattern. So now they've got to look at how many touches did he take, how many touches am I going to have to take, and where's the defender in relation to that? Because if the defender's going to be right on top of me and I must take 2, my first touch has to be away from that defender. I'd get in, I'd compliment here, I'd fix there, I'd stop and freeze and recreate. But really, through the conditioning of games, they're getting repetitions of things that I want them to sort of see often. And let me have Justin and Sammy over here. You guys are passing back and forth, please. So we know that checking our shoulder and looking at what's behind us is important. And because I've just said that, they started to do that. And even though there's no one there, they're trying to make it become habit in their play. That being said, if they're on their own and no one's sort of sprinkling in a suggestion, hey, isn't it important to sort of look and be aware? They fall into a trap and the risk of not doing it and not taking a peek every time the ball gets to our feet. So if I'm looking at these two and I'm on top of them, Sammy, make sure you take that look before it touches your feet every single time. Justin, same thing. Well, what about the other 6 or 7 pairs of players out there on the field as well? Can I be on top of them? And that becomes difficult. Go ahead back to your games, guys. So a game that, another condition or rule to work on vision, for example, and awareness is the following. Stop. What you need are 2 soccer balls. 2 soccer balls and 2 soccer balls. Andy, we might need just a few more because some will get knocked out a little bit. 1 is on the floor, 1 is in your hands. The one on the floor is kept just like regular Rondo, no limit on your touches. The one in your hands is passed, right, like we're playing basketball. The rule is that you're not allowed to have 2 balls. So if you see him passing you the ball, right, you got to get rid of a ball, okay? Go ahead and play. So the idea is they've got to concentrate on skill, the position of the defender, and now they've got to see where's that other ball coming, where's the one I just gave. And it's vision. I don't have to just say, don't forget, make sure you do that. It's in here just based on a rule of this game. Not easy either. Good, and hold, and hold. What we need to do, boys, is pick up the orange disc cone, orange disc cone, and orange disc cone. Jog it over to the side. If you have it, just stack it on some other orange disc cones. Flip that one back over, please, Shay. Thank you. Okay. Now, all of the soccer balls need to go over with Coach Andy. He's going to be by that yellow cone over there, so find him those balls, please. I'll take a yellow or a pink penny, Marco. Finn, can I have that pink penny? Okay. Yellow players. Yellow players. Last one in has to pick that up. Blue, same thing. Last one in has to pick that up. As far as the field setup, it's set up for the entire duration of the session. I will not have to put anything else down. All I'll do is pick up cones as the progression of the session moves on. We're in a Rondo, we're in a bigger box. You can see the box that you're in. You could also see that they're in a box. You can see that there's a box over here, and you can see that there's a box here. Okay? Coach, pass them a ball, get Rondo started. Spacing's bigger. It'll be difficult for the defender. Let's put in a rule, no standing, no walking. No standing, no walking. So even though the game became easier because the box was bigger, no standing, no walking, doing something on the move is much more difficult. So a lot of repetitions because they're getting a lot of success. The key is you don't want to go 5v5, 7v7 if you want a lot of repetitions of passing and control. Build up to that. Build up to that. So we're still at one defender. He's holding the vest. There's a lot of success. On the moves, a little bit harder. But they're possessing in the same exact location. So let's say They are our backs and our defensive midfielders, and they're right outside our own defensive 18-yard box. We would not want to be passing the ball 5, 10, 15, 20 times right there and staying right there. We want to go down the field, and we want to go try and score. So we'll take a rondo and we'll put a little movement and direction to it. Stop. This time, when you connect a minimum of 3 passes, find another box. Find another box. Play. So a little tiki-taka. Bop, bop, bop. They get some possession going. They break pressure. They move somewhere else through the areas of the field. Come on, connect, connect, connect. Get there. Stop. Make sure you stay inside. See the yellow cone? Make sure you stay inside the box. While you're playing, you're listening. You can't go back to the box you came from. You can't go back to the box you came from. They've got to be aware of how many passes, minimum of 3. Where's the defender? Where did we come from? We can't go there. Where's the other team? We can't go there. So there's a lot of layers and levels that we're asking their brains to think about. And stop. Another one on that. Volunteer, jog in. Jog in. Go on. Thanks, Justin. Keep playing. Keep playing. 2 in the middle. 2 in the middle. A little bit more realistic. Still want to see the repetitions via the success. There's more attackers than defenders, so we want them to be knocking it around, controlling, playing, and doing that quite often. Again, if it was 6v6 or 7v7, they wouldn't get the amount of reps. They'd constantly changing the defenders and who's in and who's out. That wouldn't be economical, unless they're that good. And if they're that good, then that's fine. So we're adding rules, conditions, more defenders, movement, building up to the actual game. Building up to what will look like at the end of this play, to goal and to goal. Good, and stop, and stop. Blues, this box. Yellows, that box, please. And what you can do is, if you have a pink vest, jog over, drop it. If you have a pink vest, jog over there, drop it, and then go back to your box. We're gonna add transition. So I was attacking, my team was attacking, now I'm defending. How do I react, and how quickly do I react? I was defending, we won it, now I'm attacking. So adding a bit of transition into Rondo, and this will be Rondo. So let's have 2 yellows go in. So 2 yellows come across, they enter this box. This is Rondo. Players trying to keep it from these 2 defenders. Yet there's extra layers and extra pieces put in that challenge their brains, bodies, and technical abilities. Yellow's out. Yes, Andy? In you go, yellow. So rather than getting on the defense and saying, work harder, I could say, another yellow, another yellow. Ball's gone. Now that right there is controversial. So bad pass, miscontrol. We didn't ask yellows to actually win it and send it. Why not? Maybe I would. If the deal is you got to go get it and you got to go win it. But for the sake of let's get them engaged and let's get them engaged and let's not have too much downtime, right now in this, just need to get a piece of it and we're going to move on. Back 2 only, 2 only, 2 only. Keep it. Good. Yes. Nice. Good skill, Justin. Nice. Nice. Nice, Shay. Ball's gone. Some of these young guys are, they rise to the challenge. Now, they're playing a game, they're not. Is this economical? You could say that while this game is going on and coaches are dealing now with this game, or coaching this game, maybe we want them to study coaches' comments, the touches and control of these players and say, I like that, I want to do that, or I wouldn't do that. So maybe they're watching and studying. And maybe we want to keep them engaged and say, let's be economical, right? They traveled a great distance to be here. We don't want them standing around. So let's make sure that each group is challenged. And hold. And stop. So, when the game is going on, go back in, Nick, please. When the game is going on here, we're passing and controlling on the move. Pass and follow your pass. Go ahead. Give me that ball, please. Right? When blues win it, 2 yellows go, and then you'll be working on your passing and control while you're waiting. Okay? Game on here. So we've got 2 things going on at once. That ball's gone. Yellows grab it. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And that ball's gone. Don't forget. Don't forget. Don't forget. Ball's gone. Ball's gone. And stop. Let's send 1 defender in. Let's send 1 defender in. Play. When I was younger and the drill wasn't going well, my voice raised a little bit louder, and if it didn't go well, a little bit louder, because it was their fault, right? They just needed to work a little bit harder. And certainly that's most of the time not the case. We just tweak and change things and make sure that that success is there. And when they've mastered it, then we get back to where we were. So, 1 is pure technical, right? So 1's a game, 1's not, and that's okay. Maybe we want them watching and studying. Maybe we want them, this can be any sort of skill, volleys, and stop. Which side's game, Andy? This side's game, send 1 yellow here. Send 1 yellow here. I'll tweak this technique. 1 touch, 1 bounce. Get it up. Play the game. So I can do whatever I want here while they're waiting. They're playing. Blue's a little bit more on the move, right? Ball's gone. Let's take care of the ball. You don't have to force that. Bounce it. Get it up, Dom. Get it up. So we could say, all right, a little bit of control in the air. We'll put that in. Being economical. They traveled an hour to be here. Let's make sure that they're getting that contact on the ball. And stop, go back to your sides. Not bad so far, guys. You good? Yeah? Just simple, find it, connect, right? This time, connect a minimum of 3, transfer to the box, all right? We're not gonna, while they're playing the game, we're just gonna watch and assess them. We're not gonna work on our passing and control. When it's the game here, minimum 3, Nick, and then take your group, transfer to that box. Okay? If you get to that box, minimum 3, you can transfer back. So you can go back and forth. You can go back and forth. Send 1 blue in. Go ahead. Game on. So the layer here is, that ball's gone. The layer here is movement, right? After a certain level of success that coaches determine, they've got to progress down the field. Stay in the box. Another defender. Can we transfer? Can we get there? But connect, get underneath him. Go on. Let's go quickly. Yellows, help your teammates out. Come on, Ewan. Get there, Keep it, relax. It's fine. Yellow, game changing. Go on, play, go on, Cuban. Good transition, Cuban. Good transition to defense, and he's won it back. Good job. Mirza, you're not gonna jog back to connect with your team. You're gonna run there. Ball's gone. Can we transfer? Can we work our way down the field? Good. Now connect. And stop. Not bad. Ewan, I need that blue cone right there. Dom, I need that blue cone right there. You can jog that cone over by coach, please. Let's make it more realistic. So, this time I need a sweeper keeper for blue. We'll pretend that that's what you are. I need a striker for blue up there between the two yellow cones. Let me have, if I could, 2 yellows to come into this box in this area right here. Just two. So what we now have are thirds of the field. Same game, just more layers, more complicated, a little bit more realistic. So our sweeper keeper, our center back has the ball. Check in here, Sam. Our left back now has the ball. Maybe we're into Austin, and he plays to our center mid, maybe around to our right mid. Yes, and let's find our striker's feet. Success. We've just built up our play. We're going to flip around. The striker now becomes a sweeper keeper, and we're going to build this way. All the time keeping it away from these 2 strikers, 2 center mids, whatever you want to call them. While you're waiting, you're already talking about who's going to be those players, right? Play. Much more realistic. They want to get to their striker when they can. That's okay, you could go backwards, Keep it going, go on. Ball's gone, yellow here, play. Good, and we're in, and we build up again. Go on and play. Good split. Go on, score. Get it, yes. Good change of mind. All right, that's fine. Go on, keep going. Good change of decision. Good. Be patient. One's the time. Yes. Success. Good. We build up again. Yes. So we're up and through the lines of our team. Go on, keep playing. Trying to accomplish something, not just maintain the ball in one location, but trying to go somewhere. And to take our possession, our combination play, our passing, our control, vision, all of those pieces, and make it realistic. Good stuff, Blues. Excellent. Be aware. Good, and you've broken pressure and we score. Nice job. Still Rondo. Still a lot of players around 2. We expect success here, but just, again, levels and layers and different pieces. Let's transfer more to a game. It's more game-like. Good, Sammy. Good. Yes, Sam, great turn, good technique. You ready, Finn? You're talking to these guys already, organizing, right, Justin? Who's your point? Tell him. Blues are killing it here. This is good. We talk about quality training and where the most learning takes place. We call it on the edge. We call it just out of your comfort zone. Not out of control, not in control. Blues are starting to get into their comfort zone. We want them to be on the edge. If it's perfect, I haven't done my job. I want some mistakes. So I manage that to make sure they're reaching, their brains, their bodies, their feet, it's all reaching, it's not comfortable. So we need to put another yellow in. Go on, go on. So we need blues to reach. Good effort. Good effort, Cuban. You're making a difference. Good, good, good. Go on, Seba. Go on. Much more realistic to a real game. Play it, play it. Ball in from coach. We're good. Come on, yellows. Match what they just did over there. Match what they just did over there. That ball's still in. Good, good, good. Don't hesitate. That's too slow. Get it and give it. Keep it moving. Gone. So I'm looking for a level of success. Not too much success. Perfection isn't in that learning zone, being on that edge. We're not looking for chaos or complete failure. There's no learning there either. So I'm looking to just vary and put in little pieces that keep them engaged in that deep focus, that deep practice. And stop. These 3 blue disc cones, volunteer please, they're up and they're over by coach. Blues stand here. Blues. Yellows stand there. And let's go with, who's our man? Justin, you're our man. Your vest is off. And Justin, you can jog down there into that pile. Just throw your yellow vest on the ground right there. But jog down and grab an orange and put it on. Number yourselves. Number yourselves. These are fascinating times. Giving them, I could number them. I told them to do it. So who steps up? Who's the leader? This is that psychosocial sort of element. We are playing a team game here. Get a new number. Some leaders stepping up. Just those moments at water breaks and little times where you can give challenges and you're washing it out and you're back in 30 seconds. The goal and the equipments need to move in less than a minute and you'll see fascinating things happen. I need numbers 1 and 2 in those orange vests. All right? Keep your vest on, put that orange vest on top of what you have. Ball out here, Dom. So, we've had 1 defender, 2 defenders, 3 defenders. We've got a possession game going on in the middle of this box. Now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defenders. More challenging, more layers, more difficulty. We still outnumber them, so if you're wearing an orange, you're helping the team with the ball. More challenging, yes, but still those outlets. Still trying to build in the amount of success and repetitions that we need. Go on, coach. Orange, you're responsible for the entire line. You're moving and changing your angle. Good skill. Pull it out, break it. Nice driven ball. That's okay. That's okay. I still want you to hit it like that, though. I can work in here. Teach closing down. Doesn't have to be possession and combination play. How can the fewer amount of defenders close down and win possession back? It could be first touch control. It could be vision. I pick what I want to get out of this. I focus on that. I can put in rules. I can put in rules that have that come to life. Good turn. I also can choose I can also choose my teaching method. Much more cognitive and mental. Stop. Stop. Who made the pass? Why did it go out of bounds? Finn, what can you do better to help them a little bit? Play on. Socratic method, questioning, getting them to be accountable for what happened, what went on. So that's cognitive, engaging their brains. Now, if I stop, all of them are going to be thinking, what just happened? Because if he calls on me, I need to assess that situation and have the right answer. Keep playing, boys. Coaching in the game. So if I don't stop it, it's Sammy, not just poking. So it's giving counsel, criticism, positive feedback, all within the game. Yes, Nikhil, on the floor. If there's a passing lane, Nikhil, there's a passing lane on the floor and put it in. So I don't have to stop to make that coaching point. I can let this thing flow and still reach Nikhil and get my point across. So in the game coaching method. And stop, stand still. Cuban, take the ball, please. Dom, you're shadowing him. Give Cuban the ball. You're behind him, right? He twists out of pressure, and look, go ahead and twist out of pressure, and you're on him. This is a good position, but now he's got this distance on you. Now he's free to break pressure and go on and try and find our striker, Finn, down there. Okay, so you're in here, you're facing the crowd, Cuban. When I say go, spin out, but that distance doesn't open up. All right, you're going to be right on him. Go ahead. So that's stop, freeze, talk about it, rehearse, and then implement. So whatever you're comfortable with, you can change it up, keep them on their toes in how you're going to teach, or you can be comfortable with a style and take that, and that's your choice. It can be not always a coaching moment in a positive, or I'm sorry, in a negative or a criticism. It can be a positive.
Come on, boys. Cuban turn.
Stop. Cuban ball. Cuban's on the ball. I love you're aware. You want to go here, Shay. You're on the half turn. You take it and you play. All right? That awareness of he knows it's there. He knows it's there. Now, he doesn't have the ball yet. He knows it's there. Before the ball gets here, he's here. He takes it. He plays. Good job. We're aware of that. Go ahead. So, doesn't have to be critical. It can be a positive, and that's coaching as well. And stop. 3 and 4, switch with the bouncers. I number them, personal choice. I don't have to keep track of the faces. Whose turn is it to go in? Who has to go out? The numbers will just tell me. I just keep track of that. It's easier for me. Go on, coach. Good turn, Finn. Don't let that ball just stop right there. That ball's controlling you. You're not controlling it, right? New ball. Come on. Come on. Nice control, Josh. I like that touch out of the air. Finn, maybe a turn right there. Maybe we break it, turn, and find Austin. Good turn, Austin. Nice touch out of your feet so you could try that bigger ball. That's okay. And stop, 5-6, switch. 5-6. So I don't have to remember what 4 are in, what 4 are out. Just by the numbers, it's going to get taken care of. And we're rotating them through. When you're ready, coach. Up, 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 up. Come on. You're all right, Nick. It's the carpet. It's the carpet. Shay, lovely control. Nice job. Good swivel and spin out of trouble. Yes, Seba. I like it. Bravo. Nice turn. Come on, Blue. Go on. That's it, Sam. Crunch him. Crunch him. Don't let him out. Good job, boys. Good job. And stop. Orange. Players in orange, except for Justin. If you're in orange, just take your vest off and throw it behind you. Next level, they're ready. We're starting to see a lot of success. Little bit of casualness set in. I've just taken away 2 of their outlets. So yellows only have, Josh, raise your hand, and Saba. All right, they don't have all 4. And blues only have these 2 blues. So I've just made it more difficult. Play. Also, direction built into this. I'm either going forwards or backwards. Good talk, Nikhil. Hit it, Josh, hit it. Good technique, Nikhil. When you can hit the target, hit the target. The target is success. The target is success. Great control, Just. Good, and that's success. We've just found our striker. So there's direction now. There's direction, more difficulty, building up towards a game, and that's where we're headed. Good job. That's all right. That's all right. Why not just finish it off? Why the middleman? Why Austin before we get there? Let's just kill the game, right? Get into our feet, into that point man. So there's a flow to the overall session, building up numbers of defenders, building up in levels of realism like direction. The size of the space is expanding. It's all predetermined. The field was laid out prior to the start of the session with only cones having to come up. And stop. Excellent. Excellent. Sebastian, that cone and that vest over to coach. Yes, Josh, that cone, please. And that vest over to coach. We ready to play? Jog it in. Yellows, blues. And let's go orange. Off you go. Okay. Do we still have our numbers? Yeah. Number 1 in goal, number 1 in goal. You're still orange. We're going to play a game. Goals, that's what it's about. Every so often we'll rotate the goalkeeper. Number 1's in goal right now to go number 2, 3, 4. So if you don't have keepers, they don't get buried in goal. The other piece is, it's not 11v11, 8v8, 6v6, 5v5. I've still, with that Rondo concept, advantage attackers. The 2 oranges are giving the attack an outlet. So I'm still looking for success in our passing, our control, our combination play. Oranges should really facilitate and help that. And if it becomes within their comfort zone, we'll take an orange off. We'll take 2 oranges off. We'll see how that goes now. Go ahead and play, boys. Love it. Love it. 2's in goal. 2's in goal. Great combination play, give and go inside the box, 1-touch finish. I love it. I love it. Great job. Give him some communication there, Nikhil, right? Just tell him what you see. Saba, if it's not concrete, you're throwing your toes at that ball, right? You're scoring that goal. Go on, 1 touch. Yes, 3's in goal. 3's in goal. Go on, Mirza, play. So all of what we worked on is transferring through. We're building up in direction. We want to travel this way. We want to travel that way, depending on what team we're on. We're still having a lot of success in our passing and control. That which really comes out in our Rondo games. Advantage to the attacker so that we get our reps. And there is a level of success. Not too much success. Not perfection. It's not what we're looking for. But still, teachable moments like, hey, maybe I go out and I try the other side rather than give it up here and get punished. Josh on the jog. Josh in. Next keeper, next number. So we're in here, into the defender's feet. We're in here, into the defender's feet. If you pull it out, go somewhere else. Even if it doesn't come off, I don't care because it's the right thing. Try that, okay? Good effort, Finn. Good effort to get down that flank. And hold, and hold. My two neutrals off, please. My two neutrals off. First team to 2. First team to 2 wins. Off you go, play. And here it is. Here's what we experience every weekend. In whatever numbers and ratio that we have, the game. You determine at this point in your session how much talking, how much coaching. If we've done a good job, we should see good things transfer through. I could still condition the game, take my voice out of it and say, stop. No more than 3 touches. No more than 3 touches, play. So without me saying, hey, get the rhythm back, get it off your foot, play. That rule just will make this happen. So I'm not taking the joy out of it from them by freezing and stopping and having them listen to my pontification. Free play, no limit, no limit. Oh, there's one. Next keeper. Next keeper. Next goal is the winner. Good communication, Cuban. Good turn, Finn. Good look. That's okay, Cuban. That's okay. You've recovered well. You've recovered well. You okay? Nice little clip ball, Finn. Nice little gentle ball. Good job. Oh, I love it. Can we take that out of the air? A scissor kick. That's great. That's great. 3v1, 3v1. Bravo. Bravo. Jog it in, please. On the line. Shoulder to shoulder. Shoulder to shoulder facing the audience. So, I think a meaningful session. I think there's learning. I think they're engaged. I think they're having fun. I think they're being pushed. If you're U9, raise your hand. If you're U10, U11, 12s, 13s. So we can integrate the ages, still make it meaningful, still not break it down into just drilling it over and over and over again. It was all game. Not that Corver or isolating technique isn't useful, but they had fun. They played. Thank you all for your time and attendance. I really appreciate that.